Who's winning, who's losing?
Well, the latest one just came out as Opinion Way. Marine Le Pen's up 1 point. Fillon and Macron still in second place. They're both unchanged at 20. The interesting thing is that although the polls do show still that Macron and Fillon would, each one of them, if they got to the second round against Marine Le Pen, that they would beat her, the margins are narrowing. It's not quite the blowout that it looked like in the polls a few weeks ago. It's much narrower. It's now sort of, for 42-58 as opposed to above 60 for whoever would win. So it's definitely, the latest news is definitely good for Marine Le Pen.
Give me a sense of what we found out this weekend. So Emmanuel Macron, talking about France's colonial past, has been hurt.
Yeah, he definitely has been hurt. He went to Algeria. He used words like, crimes against humanity and stuff like that for French colonial rule. It's still a very sensitive subject in France. There are people who would say, good on you, Macron, for being honest about France's past, but there's many other people who think that's insulting to the country. So he definitely, and everyone really attacked him. I mean, it was kind of interesting that Macron was, if you look at the odds, he's certainly the front runner in the odds point of view, because his margin over Le Pen is considered to be larger than Fillon's if in a hypothetical second round race. And there really was a lot of attacks on him from both sides. Everyone seems to think that Macron is the man that they've got to go after. So all the candidates and their spokesmen were hitting him quite hard over the weekend, not just about the Algeria thing, but just for all the usual criticisms that he's flashed, that it's all seduction, there's no real substance behind him. So it is quite interesting to see how everyone has targeted him as the man that has to be attacked.
Greg, what is the one thing that we can actually get rid of? There was an idea that the left could combine two candidates and become stronger, but they actually traded insults this weekend.
Yes, I mean, you've got two candidates on the left. There's Benoît Hamon, who's the candidate of the Socialist Party, and then there's Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who's running to his left as an independent. If you add up their scores in the polls, they would be the second force behind Le Pen, and whoever, if they could agree on one candidate, that candidate would be expected to be in the second round against Le Pen. But the details is getting them to agree, and neither one of them seems inclined to step aside for the other. There's lots of sort of historical reasons for that. Mélenchon left the Socialist Party sort of as part of a rebellion. He doesn't trust the party. There's no way that Hamon, as head of France's oldest political party, is going to step aside in place of a renegade on the left. So for the moment, the left seems to be condemned to go into the election completely with no unity. However, look, there's been a lot of surprises so far, so don't rule anything out. But for the moment, there's much less chance of a unified candidacy on the left than there was at the end of last week.